as it turns out, Peanut has won the best VTuber award, and a lot of VTuber fans are upset with it, especially since, I mean, we've been, from what I'm gathering, I think people are more upset, well, at least I'm more upset about the fact that we've been told that he hates VTubers, and it feels like, how do you call this? When people, like, hate vote, or they troll vote to make somebody win just to piss off, like, the rest of the audience. It kind of feels like that. I don't care as much about the whole face rig aspect of it. I care more about the fact that it's somebody that doesn't feel like they're part of the community. They don't want to be part of the community, and they don't associate themselves with the rest of the community. That's the part for me that matters a little more in this situation. And there's this, the thing is, I've seen some of these clips. There's Iron Mouse here congratulating him, Shibidoki and Mori Calliope. There's a lot of opinions on that too, what Iron Mouse said. The Peanut stuff, what he's saying about VTubers and stuff, and the Shroud thing. I mean, I'm watching it and I think it's a bit, but I'm not sure. Like, I can't really tell. Yeah, he seems like a troll.
I do feel like you deserve it.
All right. Okay. All right. Tell you what, you deserve, buddy.
Let's run back a 6v6.
Actually, genuine question though. Do you think if you won, this question for everybody, do you think if you were to win an achievement like that, that VTubers would be pissed?
Wait a second.
Hold
up, wait a minute. Shroud could be onto something.
This could actually be a good thing. If you win, you could, you know, you don't like VTubers, you know, you're you know, a P-tuber and all.
P-tuber.
The master
so if you
plan.
win the Vtuber award,
Big rage bait.
yeah, think about that. Think about the damage you could do to the Vtuber community if you won as a P-tuber.
That is an excellent point, Shroud. Excellent point.
Ready to strike.
Wow. I never thought about it that way. Honestly,
Vote
I'm
for
in.
Peanut.
I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah, vote for
Vote for me,
Peanut.
gentlemen. Let's get them.
Like, I think somebody had a good take on this. I don't think it's a bit. I think he's playing into what Shroud is saying because they're streaming and stuff, and I want to make it entertaining. But I think a lot of people in his fan base and a lot of the people in the comments dunking on VTubers are the same people, and they're the ones that voted for him kind of as a jab to VTubers. You know what I mean? Which is one of the reasons why this doesn't feel good for us. I never heard of him either, but I mean, he's streaming with Shroud, so he must be popular, right? Like, technically, this is a popularity contest, and each person's audience should be voting for them. Undoubtedly, some of the VTubers in this category had immense audience, so, like, I'm just confused why it's not like I'm not blaming their audience here, just to be clear. It's whose audience wanted to vote the most. But as you can see, like, for example, take our fan base name, for example. We're called the Cloppers. Cloppers won by a landslide because it was a troll name. So people, of course, voted more for it. So I think because people felt like he was a troll pick, people voted more for him. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know if I'm explaining this properly, but I think this is why. They voted for the meme, and I think people outside of the community who also wanted to dunk on VTubers voted for him. This happens sometimes in, like, mangas as well, and animes, when they do those character polls. Some people will rig those polls. They'll like troll vote for characters that they know people dislike, so they win the contest. So I think there's a little bit of that plays into that. And aside from that, I think the other mistake was putting him in the VTuber category. Like, they could have just put him in the, I don't know, another normal streamer category or an FPS category. There's a few things that happened throughout the streamer awards that felt like VTubers were constantly the butt of the joke. And, I mean, look, we're used to being the butt of the jokes. We don't take ourselves too seriously. We're like anime characters, and this is what we do. But there's a difference between joking around and us laughing all together, and then just people laughing at us with contempt and hatred. There's a difference there. And I think seeing everything that's happened throughout the Streamer Awards, it felt like we were a bit more targeted rather than celebrated this time. And an award show is meant to be like, it's meant to be the greatest honor somebody can receive. It's like a celebration of content creators, and all the content creators, everybody is like super wacko. Whether you're a Flash streamer or, you know, a VTuber, we're all like weirdos. We're all like doing this cringe bits. You saw this guy, he's playing into it. You know, everybody's just there to try to entertain their audience. So it felt like it was a bad taste. It felt like when I watched, for example, the presenter present the VTuber category, that angered me more than the peanut thing. The peanut thing, I saw it and I was just like, my first thought was like, oh, people are going to be really pissed about that. Let me pull up the other clip of the presentator.
Hey guys, I'm super excited to present this next award. Uwu. The 5 VTubers in this category worked hard at mastering peak kawaii and ada aura farming.
Like, if she just said it in another tone, all of that would have landed so much better. But looking more through the streamer award, by the way, the entire thing was cringe like that. Like, the entire thing was badly organized. I don't know what happened. There was a lot of mistakes, and also that dress, I'm sorry, I gotta say it's a mistake of its own. But this is not what we're gonna talk about today. The way she said it, it dripped with contempt. Now, I get that people think that VTubers are cringe. That's always been a thing. But honestly, I feel like it comes down to this. Like, haters mad, we can still experience childlike wonder. I don't know why they picked her to choose this. I don't know who vetoed this. Like, there must have been a screening process for the presentation. Like, usually there's a pre-recording of these, or there's a repetition before the show starts. There's audio checks, there's mic checks. Like, this is not just improvised. They should have said something. Like, Cutie should have organized this better. And then they made another thing. I think we got a clip somewhere, but they showed this guy. His name is Hololive, and they showed him for the Hololive bit. So it's just such a mess. At least, you know, Kiara's memeing about it. The Hololive girls are memeing about it. And people are singing shit left and right. There's also Anya from Holo JP that was like, damn, Yago changed up his look. Nice. Yeah, the guy is cool. He tweeted after. He tweeted, I am Holo live. Like, and then Arisa replied, welcome to the club. Which is, I mean, he took it graciously. Kitsunero is getting a bunch of backlash for her tweet, for her take on it. People are getting backlash left and right. They're fighting. There's a bunch of takes going around. So here says non-VTuber won the best VTuber award. And I'm not saying he didn't put in the work. He didn't deserve to win any awards. All I'm saying is he's not a VTuber. He said that himself. He said himself he doesn't like VTubers and doesn't like being called a VTuber. He said live that he pushed his community to vote for him to make VTubers mad. There's XQC that reacted to this.
The VTubers in shambles. Support, gentlemen. Good night and Godspeed.
Hey, man. Yo, the VTubers in shambles.
Award
they
for
fucking,
best reality streamer.
Imagine being a VTuber taking out a fucking loan against the bank from a big fucking corporate to get a model that's costing fucking $60,000 to lose this fucking scuffiest piece of shit avatar from fucking Windows 95. That's crazy.
Okay. I mean, this take is not the worst from XQC. The rest of the clip, though, he goes really hard on Kitsunero. And I think it's because he doesn't know her. I watched the full thing. He is kind of grouping her with all like the elitist, the gatekeeper VTubers that believe that VTubers are only like the ones that are into Japanese culture, which that's not my take on VTubing. I think it's a little bit wider. Like, some people, they don't believe that Kenji is a VTuber. You know what I mean? They think Kenji is a normie. So I think because these people are very, very vocal about gatekeeping, you know, that we must gatekeep harder. Now people are grouping us up with these people, and it's a bad look. It's, I know, Kenji's a VTuber, of course, like, what the fuck? So it's a bad look for the community. I think we're looking bad right now. I think we have the right to be upset. We have the right to be angry, but there's this overreaction that optic-wise, it's not looking too good in the public's eyes, and we're not going to convert a lot of people to our side right now. There's our side that's going to be on our side. The people that already like VTubers, they're going to agree with us. Everybody else, I think we're just alienating even further right now. So the takes have got to be a little bit nuanced. This is the aftermath, like the big thing here. So she tweeted, me cringing at all the people mad that Peanut won. Every VTuber in that category deserved to be here. And I mean, she kind of has to say that, right? Like, she was nominated in the category. We need to not look like sore losers right now. We need to point out the stuff that is unfair, but we need not to be unreasonable about it. If you are nominated in the category and you're like, oh yeah, fuck Peanut, you just look like you're upset because you didn't win. Of course she has to tweet that. Like, she has to be graceful about it. You have to be graceful about these things. And I think that's why her and Mori Calliope, they congratulated him on his win. That's what you're supposed to do. So, you know, right now, it's going to be very easy for people to point at us and be like, oh, you guys are just sore losers because you didn't win. Maple Chicken here, who's a VTuber, is tweeting, I don't doubt that this guy is highly entertaining, fun, and makes quality content. He deserves recognition. But is anyone else a little bummed that VTubers were hardly nominated outside of the best VTuber category? So this is the other thing, is that if we get flesh streamers who occasionally use face filters in the VTuber category, well, VTubers need to be nominated in other categories as well. If they can wear many hats, if those people can wear many hats, then so should we. Like Dokibird should be maybe nominated in the best FPS streamer, for example. Or Sarway should be nominated in the best cosplayer category. You know, things like that. I think that could work. But yeah, VTubers shouldn't be segregated. They should be celebrated because it's a creative medium. I think it's also a combination of factors that made it feel like we were targeted throughout the entire Streamer Awards. So yeah, going forward with her tweet, she says here, and best VTuber went to someone who doesn't even consider himself a part of the community. I feel a bit disheartened, not gonna lie. It is funny, but sucks to see your community and what you're passionate about not even be taken seriously or get a seat at the table. This is Smug Elena. I haven't read this yet, but I usually like her take, so let's read it. Male gamer in extraction shooter community who streams with pros like Shroud and Summit G, mockingly called a VTuber by his viewers. Because 99% of VTubers are cute anime girls, he protests, no, I'm not. This is like someone calling her Oshia dude with a voice changer. It's a joke, you're reading into it too much, and if you think he genuinely hates VTubers, you've been successfully rage baited. And the clips of him saying he should troll VTubers, the context of that clip was him asking another streamer in call if he would vote for him for best streamer, and they responded, of course I'll vote for you, for best VTuber. It was funny. Shroud leans into the joke and says you should do it to piss off VTubers. You have an aneurysm about it on Twitter, just proves them right. Yeah, so I think people like him, they don't make us look good. There's a few other people like that in the community. I've argued with some of them in the past. I'm not gonna bring them up, but yes. And also, like, all the people that I covered in my video, and I guess I'm a little bit guilty, like shining a spotlight on that too. You know, it makes it seem like we always have shit like that happening. When XQC covered the Kitsunero tweet, in his video, he's showing the clip of that Neko VTuber which is a clip that I debunked, by the way, in one of my videos, where she loses her tracking and it's like a fat male guy behind it. That clip has been used to ridicule VTubers by normies for a very long time now. It went on the news, it was badly presented, and it went really viral because of it. So clips like that are extremely harmful for our image and reputation. The thing is, the story behind this is that the guy, his audience knew that he was a guy. Like, they were all in on it. They just loved hanging out with him because of his personality. It wasn't like a bad thing. He wasn't catfishing people. He wasn't scamming them. He wasn't doing like the whole parasocial thing at all. And it was just like greatly taken out of context and used to outrage farm. Yeah, it was a bit. He even did an apology for the people that, you know, misunderstood the clip. So it sucks that clips like that have been debunked over and over again are still being used as an argument against us. But then other people like Blue, like Lumi Starbun, they're not helping, shedding the stereotypes that VTubers are, you know, scammers, faking disabilities, catfishing, etc., etc. Camilla's take on this. My thoughts on the Streamer Awards, even though nobody asked. The Peanut won the VTuber Award fair and square. He uses a model and is very entertaining. Just wish he'd be a little nicer to VTubers, which is, yeah, that's also what I thought. QT does a great job setting up the show, and she should always be responsible for it, but she doesn't need to self-insert herself as host every year. She's not bad. It would just be nice to have other streamers and new jokes. That, I can't comment on it because I didn't watch the full thing. I also feel like VTubers were a little alienated this year. They hardly ever shined a light upon us in comparison to the previous years. Not to mention saving the VTuber award till the very end of the show to keep the viewers up. Like, is this true? We're being used to farm the viewer count, so our like very dedicated audience show up to watch the streamer awards, but then we get fucking clowned on the entire time. That's not, nah. That pisses me off. If true, that pisses me off. And one more thing, I like how everyone kept publicly shaming Hassan for shocking his eye. I think we need to do that more. That's funny. Lena here adds, the only thing that disappointed me was the presenter for the VTuber award. It was very discouraging to see someone very clearly looking down on VTubers and presenting it. I agree with Lena here, 100%. Wasn't really any need, and it takes less effort to be nice. It's clear the normie side of the West dislikes VTubers, so why encourage it? Yeah, exactly. Here's a cynical stake. All right, did some research. Here's what I found out about the burnt peanut. The I hate VTuber, I'm not a VTuber thing is a bit. But of course, when someone blows up in popularity and starts attracting a wide range of audiences, you're going to get people who unironically agree with this bit. Yes, but he could clarify it too, which to my knowledge, he hasn't. He made his own filters, not like he just used a filter from another platform. He even has either outfit for his VTuber, which honestly is pretty cool. Again, I feel that a lot of VTubers understand that VTubing is a niche within a niche. If you have never heard of the burnt peanut before the award show, many other could say the same thing about the other VTuber nominees. That's true. The bungalators that actually hate VTubers seem to be a loud minority, so if you see any bungalators spreading hate now, know that they aren't real bungalators. That being said, the first impression a lot of people got from Peanut's community is that they hate VTubers. That's true. And the most popular clip Peanut has in relation to the award is of him encouraging his chat to vote for him, specifically to piss VTubers off, and that he doesn't feel like he's a VTuber, which is certainly a first impression. I don't think we should judge him for it, though. But again, he could also clarify it, or tell his audience, like, chill guys, you know, we like VTubers, I'm honored to be in this category or something. Like, he could say something. But we might have missed it. Maybe that clip didn't go viral. Miss Lala here, tweeting, I hope that next year at the Streamer Awards, that when the category of Best VTuber is introduced, there will be an acknowledgement of the creativity of the medium. Yeah, me too. I get poking fun and riffing during award shows, but usually there is also an acknowledgement of the impact of that category. Exactly! We are constantly fighting how we are perceived and fighting for validity in the industry by the larger non-VTuber space. Yes, we have inside jokes like Uwu and Ara Ara, but we also have groundbreaking game changers whose work rivals Hollywood animation studios, record-breaking charity milestones, innovating technicians, and amazing artists. I also want to be clear, Cutie is incredible for mounting this show year after year, especially in the face of vitriol. She's doing so much because, like in her closing speech, an event like this promotes togetherness in the streaming industry, which we need, and by the way, looking so fab while doing it. I don't know who writes what or takes care of the introductions of the category. I also don't pretend to know the challenges of independently running an award show with so many moving parts. It'd just be nice for us to be acknowledged on the same level as other streamers at an event created by and for streamers, you know? Well, for context, like, I've been to a lot of award shows in Canada, and I know about LA and how they run things there. And let me tell you, their production houses there are on another fucking level. They are clean. They are organized. They think us in Canada, we're sloppy. So let me tell you right now that everything is planned in advance, approved by 1 billion people, and it's a very well-oiled machine. So I don't believe that there's been, you know, just slip-ups like that. There can be tech problems, I get it, but that much oversight, I don't know. I don't know who they dealt with, but I haven't seen this level of sloppiness. Like, I've been to a lot of award shows, and I've never seen, like, people saying mean stuff about the nominees. I've never seen people just doing that kind of stuff. That never. It's always been like a celebration. It's always been positive, and the audience too. They're very, very positive. But then we're Canadian, so I don't know. Code Miko. So Code Miko, do you guys know who Code Miko is? I used to watch her actually before I found out about VTubers. And I thought what she did was pretty cool. She has a 3D model. She's a VTuber, but she's like a non-conventional one because it's not a 2D. It's not Japanese at all. And her chat can kind of control what's written on her shirt and stuff, at least back then when I watched her. So she tweeted here, stop geek, but she's more like in the Twitch community. She hangs out more with streamers than VTubers. So she says, stop gatekeeping VTubing. VTubing is about expressing yourself digitally in however you please. Congrats to Burnt Peanut for winning the VTuber award. His VTubing is simple yet so expressive, and also he's hilarious. I love seeing new styles come forward in this space, so big W. Annie Pants here tweets, VTubers shooting themselves in the foot today by dogging on Iron Mouse for being kind to Peanut and being bitter towards someone who is opening more doors to take a look into VTubing and see more creators just besides him. I'm an awful person for liking him. Apparently, Rosie says Rosie's been getting a bunch of threats, a bunch of really weird hate, and I've taken a look at some of her takes, and they are very reasonable takes. So I don't know why she's getting that level of hate. This guy is really upset at Iron Mouse. Nowhere angry at his audience and the stuff they're saying about you right now, and angry at the streamer awards for the outright disrespect they show VTubing year after year. The Bird Peanut did respond to Iron Mouse. He said, thank you, Iron Mouse, and congratulations on your spectacular performance at last night's show. Well, this is big, actually. This is good, actually. He made a public gesture of sportsmanship towards Iron Mouse. So it's kind of like a mini statement in its own way. It's a gesture towards her. So I think this counts. I think this counts as a little win. We needed that. We need more of them, but we needed that. I think the main reason people are upset at this, and I kind of agree, is that this seems like the result of a vote made largely by people who don't like or care about VTubers as a whole. Yes, this is so well said. Nothing against the guy himself, but after years of getting mocked by the mainstream audience, I can understand feeling insulted. Does he say more? Yes, he does. It reminds me of how people would make fun of visual novels despite never playing them and just assuming it's all prawn, and they only accept the ones that are subversive and ironic by having it to be a love story with a chair or something. There's nothing wrong with the irony. Visual novel in itself is the reaction from people that pisses you off. Oh my god, this is such a good comparison and metaphor. I like this guy's tweet so far. I agree with him 100%. Brandon says here, even in the comments, you can see so many people who despise weebs and anime culture, who think the entire thing is for losers and will take any opportunity to shit on it relentlessly. Which isn't Peanut's fault, but a lot of them are the same people who support him. Yes. If this hostility wasn't there and people were willing to engage with and celebrate both, far less people would have had an issue with it. Exactly. There's a clip from Peanut that resurfaced where he's saying the F slur. Tweeted about it, so if you guys want to go watch it, you can check it there. I'm not gonna play it on stream, but it slips off, and then he immediately is like, oh fuck, I'm sorry, and then he hides behind a wall, and he's like, shit. So it reminds me of the PewDiePie clip. He says a slur, I think, and then he's like, and then the people in the comment sections are defending him, but he himself already kind of admitted that he did something bad. So I think I see it like PewDiePie, kind of the PewDiePie situation. He was remorseful right away. It was a slip up. So I was like, oh, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. The PUBG bridge clip. I like that you guys just call it the bridge clip. It's an iconic, like it's an internet classic, milestone that everybody knows what you're talking about. The my mom is homeless, I show speed clip. But it's not funny. It's just an internet L moment, I guess. The bridge incident. It's some kind of historic battle.
Fuck them. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It is crazy the shit that I'm reading. It's crazy. It's insane.
I don't doubt that she's getting a lot of hate. I've seen some people talk about her tweet. And I'm sorry, but she's done so much more for the community than all of these people that are going really hard at her. They haven't earned the right to roast her that hard for a single take. And plus, again, why Mousy? Because of that tweet she did where she says he won fair and square, he deserves to win. Again, do you guys understand that it would have looked so fucking bad if she tweeted something like, yo, this peanut guy, I can't believe he won, fuck this shit, I'm out. Like, you know, she would have just looked like the sore fucking loser.
It's insane. It's crazy because I'm getting accused of, like, people are like, oh, how could you say that? This person's community hates you. But the only hate I'm receiving is from not his community, so it's kind of interesting.
And her just find up Peanuts as a VTuber and they hated she agreed to that, ridiculous. No, but we watched a clip of Peanut talking about VTubers and it was like a bit. He didn't actually say that he hated us. Like, he doesn't actually hate us. People in his audience hate us, probably, yeah. Yeah, probably. And the people who voted for him outside of the audience probably hate us too. But I think the rest has been debunked, though. The rest has been debunked, and if you still believe that, I mean, you're just using this as a placeholder because it feels good to hate on. And I get it. It does feel good to hate, like, to channel your hate towards somebody. He's not really the person you should be directing your hate to.
Communities showed up for them, you know? And all of our communities worked hard for our nominations, and our communities voted for us, and our communities,
I think, again, like, I think if you gotta be angry at somebody, I'd be more angry at the organizers. He shouldn't have been in the category. It was like, it was placed there as it felt like a troll pick, like a troll vote. So people are gonna vote for the troll vote. Everybody that's gonna hate VTubers, they're gonna vote for him as a fuck you to VTubers. Does that mean that Peanut is the issue here? Not necessarily. It's not Peanut. It's the way the show was made. It made that situation happen. They made it happen.
What the fuck, dude? I don't know. It's crazy. I just never believed in gatekeeping, which is another reason why, like, these past, like, several years, I've always had people, like, not like me because of the way I spoke about things and the way that I am, because I just don't believe in gatekeeping. I really don't. And I just don't. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in gatekeeping.
They'll do it again too, which is, I mean, the backlash, I hope it serves as a lesson to Cinderella not to do this again. If they do it again next year, I'm gonna be really fucking mad. So yeah.
And I know people are gonna be upset at me and say that things should be gatekept, but I just don't think so. I don't think they should, because I feel like...
So, also the gatekeeping discussion is a very sensitive topic that sparks a lot of backlash every single time, because it's kind of like pseudo-cultural...
My life, and
you know, it's all the people that are really into the culture war stuff that really care about this topic. It's like kind of political adjacent. So everything that's in this category, it's always, oh my god, it's a headache. It's always a lot of very polar opposites clashing together.
My life, and it saved my life, and it changed my life, and I believe that everybody should be able to experience that, and whatever they do with that experience, if they cultivate a positive community, that's on them, and if they cultivate a negative community, that's on them. But, you know, it's their life to experience it. Hopefully they don't cultivate a negative community, but I don't know. I had so many people send me messages saying, oh, he hates VTubers, he hates this. And it's like, I have yet to see any of that. I haven't seen it. Somebody send me a clip that's not a bit. I don't know. But even still, it's like, okay, so if the person's mean, then I don't talk to them. It's totally gate. I don't know.
I would like, this is similar to the Kai Cenat situation when Kai Cenat's fan were dunking on Iron Mouse because she passed him in the subathon. But then the thing that you're supposed to do in that situation, if you're the content creator whose fans are attacking the other one, is that you're supposed to say something and have that clipped. So Kai Cenat did that, and he was like, yo, Iron Mouse is cool. He kind of fumbled a little bit, like he called her an AI, but the intention was there. His heart was in the right place. So I would like to see Peanut do that and, you know, clarify things for us and for his audience so he doesn't feed into the toxicity that his, you know, audience is spreading. That would be nice. That'd be really nice. He did one small gesture. He thanked Iron Mouse on Twitter for congratulating him So if you could do a little more, that would help balance everything out.
I just feel like people, I don't know, makes me sad.
Gatekeepers are always cringe. No exceptions. There is no gate.
Never mind, I got another
They're
one.
making something up in their head so that they can feel cool for protecting it.
I looked into Peanut's cool stream yesterday for the first time. I always said do Iron Mouse.
Best part was watching was you singing Second by Rose being there live. She slayed.
Yeah,
and
she did
lastly,
slay.
how was it sitting next to a famous person? Ellen DeGeneres.
Honestly, like, but I also saw a lot of negative stuff, and I saw people make fun of me and shit, and like, I saw a lot of people making the argument saying, oh, this is what you're defending people that make fun of you. I'm not defending people that make fun of me. If they make fun of me, that's on them. I really don't give a shit. You can make fun of me. I don't give a flying fuck. Goodbye. I don't care. I've been made fun of my whole life. I don't give a shit.
I mean, we do gatekeep bad people from the community. We've done it before. Remember that Shiggy guy? Shizzy? What was his name? Shizzy? He had this weird looking model.
He says that because everybody that's a VTuber is a fucking elitist weirdo. It doesn't want to be associated with fucking deviants, weird, dumbass behavior, bum lord cucks on the internet. They go, oh no, you can't do this, you can't. It doesn't want to be associated with y'all repulsive asses. It's why he's not a VTuber when he knows he is. That's how repulsive you guys are. Okay, so even though you have this avatar full of boobies.
Okay, it took me a minute to understand what he was saying, and I'm French Canadian. So, like, all right, translation for audience. He's saying that Peanut doesn't want to be associated with VTuber community because we're associated with elitist, deviant R words. God, that made my head hurt.
We know you're a plank IRL. It looks like dog shit. We know you're a sack of potatoes in real life. We know you're a 400 massive slab of larder. Okay,
you can't see me right now, but I'm shaking my head. I really don't like this XQC take. I don't know why he's going so hard. I thought he'd be way more open-minded about VTubers. I'm really disappointed in his take, actually. I'm really disappointed.
Know it. It's all good. It's all... Nobody's fooled. If you want to have a real avatar, you're a big slab, a big brick of larder. Larder. You understand what I'm saying? We know it. It's all good. We don't get mad about it. We don't make tweets about it. Jesus. I'm having this. I'm telling the truth, okay? When people hear the word of VTuber, they think of this.
Yeah, see, that's the clip. Yeah, that's the clip I was talking about. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know what he meant by larder. I can barely understand half of the stuff he's saying, and I'm French Canadian. Like, I don't know why he talks like this.
When people hear a VTuber, that's all they think about. And you cannot repair the damage that this clip has caused to the community. This clip has damage that can be beyond repair.
Yes, it does.
That's what people think. So nobody wants to be associated with that.
But you should say that the clip is fake. Please, XQC, don't just show it on your stream and not debunk it. Anyway, I mean, I guess it's XQC, so nobody really cares what he thinks. Like, everybody knows he's a memer. You know, he's a shit poster, so it is what it is. But look how mean they are to Kitsunero. You can tell in the bees, white American Redditor is behind a lolly VTuber model. And they pulled up this clip of her doing like a gag in 3D. She's like, neither a lolly model, nor a beast, nor American, nor a guy, but good try. Ah, sorry, forgot one. Nor a Redditor. Exactly. And then this person, like Knight, who QRT'd Kitsunero, she got super ratioed, by the way. Good on Kitsunero to stand her ground and respond to all these idiots. And I'm glad she's not getting too affected by all of this. So this person, Knight, and XQC, I don't know why they keep pushing that like all VTubers are ugly and stuff. We've seen a bunch of VTubers and there's a bunch of them that are like really gorgeous. So I don't know. I don't know why they keep spreading that narrative. I stay mad, I guess.
I don't get the hate. I don't understand. And people are like, he's not a VTuber. He literally is a VTuber. That literally is the definition of a VTuber, bro. Like, he literally is one. I don't know. That's because us pink ladies, we know what's up. You know what I mean? We like to celebrate people. Celebrate people's success, bro. No. He's a P-tuber. And, like, I have people, like, trying to convince me that he's, like, bad. Be like, look, he said he hates VTubers. He said this, he said that. And all I see are, like, clips of, like, bits of him. Like, I just see, like, clips of him doing bits. And I'm just like, is the hatred in the room with us? Like, where is it? I do admit, maybe I could have worded my tweet differently.
Mm,
I feel like
yeah.
people got mad that I said that I was cringing, but I was just being honest. It's cringe. It's cringe to see people fling blind hatred at people, and it's strange to me. And it just reminded me of all the times this whole thing with Peanut and seeing everybody like get mad that he won the Vtuber award. I just felt like I was being transported back to when I won Creator of the Year and everybody was flinging shit at me, and I'm just like, bro, I just won an award, dude. What the
baby
fuck?
Cries and let's party in the
Holy
Old West
shit.
or in Space Nodders.
It's the same shit. It's the same exact shit, and it's just like I can't see myself doing that to people. I just can't.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I'll add though, that I feel like every time I say it, people don't really understand it, but there is some insight and experiences that only being a really large content creator brings you. I made a take last stream where I said that I think Safira or whatever, she didn't understand what Zentrea went through. And it's true, there are challenges and problems that only come at a certain size. There's different milestones, and once you reach these milestones, they come with new problems and new challenges. And most people, they do not understand the intricacies of some of these challenges. It's very difficult for people that are not in your shoes to get it. And I think Iron Mouse made a great point here when she was like, I won Best Streamer Award. That was an award that usually was for, Flesh streamers. She was a VTuber. So it was like the opposite situation that we're in right now. And she got a lot of hate for it. Her being in that situation gave her further insight, and she kind of changed her opinion on things because of it. And I think, for me at least, I've also been through experiences like this from the outside. I judge some people in a certain ways, and then after experiencing more stuff, more incidents, or going through stuff that came with growing my audience, it was only then that I understood what these people were coming from. And I think it gave me more empathy. So when I said this last stream, it wasn't from a place of being condescending. It was really from a place of experience. She could have worded the tweet better, that is true. Because I think what a lot of people had a problem with her tweet with was that it looked like she was dunking on the people defending her. So she could have probably made that distinction a little bit better. Should we rage bait to the top? Because no, I didn't say that. I just think that some people think it's very easy to criticize some people, but they don't really understand like everything that's going with them. That's also happening in the background that we don't see. And sometimes you only have like a micro vision, and then at one point when you get the full picture, you get a macro vision. When you get a macro vision or like a bird's eye view of a situation, you can make more full and better fleshed out takes on it. Weirdly enough, Burnt Peanut sits atop of the most watched VTuber list for the first week of December. I guess you got a boost from this and from all the drama. Oh yeah, I like this haters tweet, and I should have showed this earlier when we were talking about the presenter of the Vtuber award, because I did like her tweet. She says, I just expected better of a female creator. She's talking about the presenter that was condescending to VTubers. VTubers and women in general in the space both share a fight with fighting against a bigger stereotype. People view the majority of female streaming as just sex appeal, and people have the same stereotype against VTubers. Imagine if the Sapphire Award had been introduced as best streamer who does the best prawn on Twitch or something like that. Dude, I was trying to make a comparison like that in my tweet, but I couldn't think of anything good. I was thinking like, what if the best creative award was presented as somebody who only does like thirst simping only fan cosplays? That would have been demeaning too. It's just demeaning those wonderful women to their sex appeal. VTuber just means virtual. It's not a genre of content, and there are millions of different ways VTubers make content and present themselves. Burnt Peanut doesn't view themselves as a VTuber, but by actual definition, yes, they are one. It doesn't mean anime. It may have started out one way, but everything resolves and becomes something different. You don't like VTubers who use anime characters? Fine. There's one who use crazy monsters, small little guys, cartoon characters, little animals, and even a peanut. It's an incredible diverse portion of streaming, so even if you don't like 90%, you will almost always find a handful you love. So next time, please talk about the positives when presenting any award, and have the presenters preferably actually even like the category they're presenting for. Yes. Oh, Burnt Peanut gets crazy views. Oh, he gets crazy views like that. They might have just included him in the category. Asmund Gold speaks on VTubers complaining on the Burnt Peanut winning VTuber of the year. Being a VTuber has been narrowed down to being a waifu and gatekeeping. If you really thought he wasn't one, he would have taken himself off the award show. VTubers have structured world, and when Peanut entered and was different, they complained he can be classed as a VTuber without anyone having to change to be like him.
So Burnt Peanut won. He won Best VTuber of the Year, and this has caused a insane amount of people that are mad. So non-VTuber won Best VTuber award. You have this. This has 10 million
it went really
views.
viral.
Here's him saying that he's not a VTuber.
First thing he says, he goes, make sure you guys go vote Peanut for VTuber of the Year.
Yeah.
And then I riff him up with something. I don't know what I say. But, you know, everybody knows I don't like being called a VTuber just because it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Doesn't it just mean virtual tuber?
No, I don't think so. Every time I...
Yeah.
Wait, I feel like, hold up. In this tweet, I feel like he's not mocking VTubers. He's just saying like they've got such, he's not saying that, but what I'm reading in between the lines is that he thinks, you know, they've got such specific standards. Like, I don't think I belong there. And I mean, from the community's reaction, he's kind of right? And nobody really thinks he belongs there. But then he was in that category, which is where the clash is happening.
And like, if he thinks that, then maybe it wasn't a good idea. In my opinion, I think it's totally fine. If he really thought this, he would have said for them to take him out of the nominations, right? What's iconic is none of the other VTubers complained about it. Well, it's because they don't want to, right? I think that a lot of other VTubers, here's the truth, and there were some that did, to be fair. A lot of the other big VTubers don't.
Yeah, I thought that in that clip he would be mocking VTubers, but he wasn't. He just was saying that he wasn't one of them. And then I guess he could have asked to be moved out of the category, but then he was, I don't know. He must have thought it was a good opportunity or something. I don't know.
Don't want to do that because then they're going to be seen as a hater or as somebody who's just mad because this person is successful, and they're going to get harassed by his fan base. So and that's not his fault, by the way. It's not his fault. This is just the reality of like doing things and talking about things on the internet. Is that, yeah, they'll be called sore losers or anything else. So really, Clip, I'm saying, wants to piss off VTubers by winning the award. Oh, here's another one here. Let's see it.
This question for everybody: do you think if you were to win an achievement like that VTubers would be pissed?
Hold up, wait a minute. Shroud could be onto something.
This could actually be.
So Shroud knew. Shroud actually predicted this.
You could, you know, you don't like VTubers. You know, you're
yeah,
you know, a P-tuber and all.
The master
so
plan.
Win the VTuber award. Yeah, think about that. Think about the
So he explains that right after the clip apparently is cut too.
damage you could do to the
at his
VTuber
face.
community if you won as a P-tuber.
Yeah.
That is an excellent point, Shroud. Excellent point. Wow. I never thought about it that way. Honestly, I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. Vote for me, gentlemen. Let's get
I wonder how many people voted for him. Just basically, it's like planting a seed, and now by reading these tweets, they're harvesting the crop. Non-VTuber won Best VTuber award. Sad face. Now, in my opinion, I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal that he won. I think that he is technically, by all definitions, a VTuber. I think what's happened is that being a VTuber has been narrowed down to being a, you know, like Japanese coded anime character waifu. Like, that's kind of what's happened, is that, you know, the term used to have a much more broad meaning. I think it's just people gatekeeping. Like, they've decided that being a VTuber means that you have to be an anime-coded waifu. Why is that? Like, who decided that? Like, it's not in the definition. It's not in any of the logical explanation. Like, I don't get it at all.
He literally is a VTuber. That literally is the definition of a VTuber, bro. Like, he literally is one. I don't know. That's because us pink ladies,
I think that what it is that VTubing has always been a very insular community. And
there's such different opinions in chat. I see like a nope, then I see a correct, then I see a yes, then I see a not true.
It being an insular community is a good and a bad thing. But one of the bad things about it is that insular communities are also very gatekeeping. Is not always a bad thing, but it usually is, especially with like being a fan of something or wanting to be in a community. Generally, if you're trying to tell a bunch of people that they can't be part of your community, you're probably just being an asshole. So the fact is that in most cases, I think VTubers and like the VTubing community feels like they have a very defined and structured world that they exist in, and then you have somebody else who's doing something like very, very different than that, that's coming in being categorized the same way. I think really too fucking bad. That's what I think.
I think there's levels to gatekeeping. I think most of you guys in chat that you know, are for gatekeeping, you'd see somebody else come in, make a lot of noise, shake things up, you'd side-eye them, and you'd be like, internally, you'd be like, I'm gonna keep tabs on you because I don't trust you and I don't like what you do. But ironically, all the people that scream the loudest about gatekeeping on social media are the most insufferable people ever that would get gatekept by the original VTuber community, who is about cute waifus, doing cute things. There's a word for that, I forgot about it. And doing just the regular idol stuff. And these people that are in the community, they don't do this regular idol stuff. So it's very ironic because if they followed their own standards, they would be gatekept by default. There's CGCD, yeah, cute girls doing cute things, exactly. So, you know, there's really levels to it. There's a scale. And I think when Asmon talks about gatekeeping, he talks about those people that are like screaming the loudest, not you guys. Being wary of newcomers is fine. That's a good defense mechanism. It's boundaries. You know, waiting to gather information and knowledge about somebody before accepting them in and opening all your doors, that's like self-defense. That's fine. It's a balanced reaction. And yeah, people are defensive because VTubers get made fun of. Exactly. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. When you get made fun of, you get defensive, you put your walls up, and you're less trusting to newcomers. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button. And I'll see you in the next video.